In this video, I want to talk about the Salt Supply Company's S2 pepper spray gun. It's their version 2. They did have a version 1 which had very good ratings, and I'm going to tell you now that the S2 itself seems to be a spectacular launcher as far as the launchers go. It competes right with the Byrna from what I'm seeing. I am no expert on non-lethal, but you can find plenty of videos on the Salt Supply S2 from quite a few people who dedicate their channels to non-lethal defense. But they roughly run $229.95. They come in white, gray, yellow, or black. When you order it, you get a pepper spray gun. You get the magazine, which is 5 rounds, and you can actually hold 6 one in the chamber. An easy to follow user manual, and you also get a key that ejects the extra round that's in the chamber in case you have to do that, and I'll show you that. They say they're effective at 150 feet, and we'll go over that. And they say they shoot up to 350 feet a second. Now, I don't have the device to monitor feet per second, but if you get on any of the non-lethal channels, I have yet to see one go over 230, roughly, feet per second. Now, it does shoot irritant, the pepper balls, and I'll give you a little information on that. So this is their website. I'll link it down in the description. I ordered mine directly from them, not from Amazon, and I had no problems. I got exactly what I ordered, and it is a very nice device, and I'll give you my final thoughts on what I think about it at the end of this. This is the Salt Supply S2, called a launcher, called a pepper ball blaster, I guess. It's basically a CO2 gun, like an overpowered paintball gun that shoots either pepper balls or 68 caliber is what it's chambered in, and it either shoots pepper balls or it shoots plastic or metal balls, depending what you get them in. Now, when I ordered mine, it came in this box. I added the flashlight and the hand grip, and I'll put a good picture of that up. So the way you work this is you take this off, you unscrew this, and there's one in here now, but you would take your 12-gram CO2 cartridge, the nipple facing up towards you, slide it in, and you would tighten it down. Now when you're ready to use it, I'm going to take this off. I have some video to show you, but just for explanation's sake, I'll show you without a CO2 cartridge. And what you do is, when you're ready to use it, you have to puncture that. Give it a nice little tap. Now, if there's a CO2 in there, you would heard it vent into the chamber of the weapon. So you can leave this basically indefinitely like that. Now again, I put the flashlight and the hand grip on. This is your magazine release. This is your safety here, and your magazine release. Now, it's on safe right now. If you have a magazine in it, you have to have it on safe to eject. If you don't have it on safe, it just gets stuck. You push it back in, put it to safe, and you eject it. Now, it came with this tool, and I'll explain to you what this tool is used for. Very small, and it goes in this hole. And the reason why is I ordered a spare magazine, but every magazine, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, you can't get another one in there, but what you do is, when you insert this in and then you eject it back out, you only have 4 now. And the reason why is because one is chambered, so you can actually have 6 at a time loaded into this. So if for some reason you need to disarm this, what you do is you take this and you put it in the pinhole, and the ball rolls out. Now, to get it back in, to have that extra one chambered. You just slide it in, pop that out, take another ball. Now you have 6 instead of 5 shots. So that's the Salt Supply S2. When I got mine, I ordered an extra magazine. This is Duke, and I got some video of how good these work. They are plus 5% PAVA, and I ordered these 68 caliber balls off of Amazon, and I'll put links to all this. And again, 12 grams CO2. So let's get on with the video I shot. And I'm going to go ahead and show you I have hard rounds in here, 68 caliber plastic balls. I am shooting at 20 feet. Puncture the bottom. Felt it, heard it. It clicked. 6 shots. Take the safety off. Woo! And that should be it. Yep. So this is a 1/2 inch thick board. Let's take a walk and see what it did. If you can see the indents here, it really tore that up. Those are some nice indents in that wood. These are the Duke pepper ball rounds. We're going to see, I'm going to shoot, I don't have another 12 grams CO2 with me, I forgot it. But we're going to shoot one more time on the board. Hopefully it explodes and I get some dust. And then I'm going to walk up to it and see how it feels. Again, I am at 20 feet. There's a lot of wind today, so I might not actually feel anything. I just saw all the pepper ball gas go the other direction because of the wind. Well, that test will not work because of the wind. It's so strong today. How to vent this? You take it and turn it. Lets out the CO2. I heard it click. Let's go ahead and pop this. There we go. We're fully loaded and ready. 1 solid and 3 Dukes. Roughly 15 feet. Oh, that fucking hurt. I wouldn't go back over there. Ah, look. Ooh.
Alright, we're going to test the launcher at 100 feet. I went ahead and flipped the board over so there's no indents from balls. And we're going to go ahead and see if it reaches this board. If you can see the board in the distance, we're zooming. 100 feet. Let's see how this goes. Alright, here we go. Safety was on. Oh, I'm hitting it. So at 100 feet on my first shot, it seemed to get an indent right here. Now it didn't after that, but CO2 does lose power. Oh, here's another one. So apparently it did. This is 100 feet and the ball arcs, but it did do some indents. So it actually reached 100 feet. I'm actually impressed and surprised.
So here's my take on concealed carry with the S2. This thing looks like a Desert Eagle. Look up a Desert Eagle. Like a big 50 caliber gun. This thing is huge. Now you can buy accessories. You can see here you can get a Kydex holster. You can get a light with laser that fits on it. You can get a spare magazine here. You can get left and right hand holsters. You can get all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff here. My problem is that this thing is huge. So you better be wearing a 3/4 coat. And you might want to practice, and you might want to position on your belt so it doesn't bulge out. I think it's just not really a good concealed carry item. I'd like to go over my final thoughts on the Salt Supply S2. One is I'm going to pit the price against the Byrna. The price is $229.95, and you get the pepper spray gun, a 5-round magazine, the user manual, and the key to eject the extra round. So that's for $229.95 again. Versus a Byrna, which if you get the LE launcher, law enforcement launcher, you get one magazine, it seems, some extra projectile, a nice case, and some 8-gram CO2s. And if you get the SD launcher, you get the pretty much the same thing, but the LE is $431.99 and the SD is $341.99. So you do save some money. You get some extra features with the Byrna. I don't think the warranty is probably that much different. The second topic I'll make, second point I'd like to discuss, is the feet per second. They claim 350 feet per second. If you visit a channel that is exclusively for non-lethal self-defense and they have the device to measure feet per second, I've never seen one of these go over 230 feet per second without any altercation, that is. There are people that alter them. They change things out, they drill holes, and it does make them faster. But a stock S2 is going to be around 230 feet per second. Third thing is the distance. They claim 150 plus feet. Now, I have some videos shooting at 100 feet. You can see the projectile at 100 feet. At 20 feet, you can't really see it. It's fast, it's there instantly. At 100 feet, and you shoot it, you can actually watch the projectile travel that 100 feet. And that is on a fresh cartridge. How much is that going to hurt? I'm not sure. You can find plenty of video of people shooting themselves with these launchers and getting welts and talking about how bad they hurt. And I encourage you to go look at them. It's not something I'm interested in doing. I can tell it hurts. I don't need to prove that to myself. You're going to see like I showed you in the video, that wind is going to play a factor. And it's also going to, something to keep in mind. It's important whether you're inside or outside. If you're outside, the wind could catch it. If it's windy, it could completely ruin the pepper ball effect. If you're inside and you shoot it, you're a danger to yourself, your family, your pets. That could make the situation go bad for you. Most people that I've seen review this also, that 12-gram CO2 is good for one mag. You don't really need a second mag. This thing puts out a lot of power in those 5 or 6 shots. So maybe getting a second mag isn't a bad idea for practicing, but you're probably not going to have a lot of time to get off that second mag. You got to put the thing back in safety, eject it, insert the new one, take it out of safety. It's probably not combat efficient. Again, if I haven't said that, it's recommended when you use a launcher you shoot to the face, and there's plenty of stories on the internet of people that did a lot of damage to people's face. There is a video, and you might be able to find it. If I ever find it, I'll link it. It's a short, and a guy has his girlfriend, and she's smaller, thin, and she puts his security jacket on and turns his back, and they're about 10 feet away in his living room, it looks like. And he shoots her in the back of the jacket, and she turns around and says, "I didn't feel anything." So the face is optimal, and someone could be padding if they come into your home or confront you, and padding means they're wearing multiple layers of clothing to protect themselves. That padding could cause that projectile not to do much damage if you shoot them in center mass. The last thing I'll comment on is the Byrna and some other launchers, not all of them, but a lot of them take 8-gram CO2s. The really nice thing about the Salt Supply S2 is it takes 12-gram CO2s. 12 grams are much more efficient. They're easier to get. You can go right to Walmart and get a 40-pack of them for under maybe $25, depending when you're listening to this, what the price of them is. And you can order the projectile, and I'll put the links down, the pepper balls, but you can also order 68 caliber projectiles and 100 packs from Amazon at a decent price, so you can get a lot of practice in with this thing. And I would recommend, if you're going to use this, to practice with it. So with all that being said, my final thought of this as a combat instrument, a self-defense weapon, I think that you should have some backup. And when I say backup, I think this could definitely stop someone. I think it could hurt someone. It could give you the advantage. But you should have a backup plan. And by that I mean hand skills, hand-to-hand combat training, and you should be ready and willing to use that, because this may not stop someone. It very well may, and it also may not, depending on the circumstances I discussed.